shin, and we get into single X like we just did. And we're gonna go for the sweep. Okay, so I'm holding both feet. I push bin backwards. All right, now I want to fall on my left side here like this. If everyone wants to come over here. There's 3 ways that bin might defend the straight foot lock, okay? And we want to make sure we've got an answer to each of the ways that they might defend. Okay, so we're going to go for the straight ankle lock. The first one is that bin, if he can get on his left hip, he can start to get up now. Okay, he gets up, and it's really hard for me. I'm working against gravity. It's really hard to get any pressure to actually finish the ankle lock from here. Okay, so we go back. When I'm holding both legs, it's really good to keep both legs because it's hard for bin to get on his other side. Okay, so try and get on your other side. I can lean on my left and really make sure that I'm staying here, and bin can't get up without that leg retracting. Okay, so if we can hold on to that leg at least until we've got the setup we want, and then we can let go of that leg. All right. Another common defense is to reach to the lapel and start to kick your foot deeper. Okay. So now, I'm trying to push and arch into an ankle lock. I'm not even on his ankle at the moment. I'm on his shin, and it makes it really hard for me to get to the end of the ankle if bin's able to do that. Okay. So generally, they call that like putting the boot. They kind of kick their foot deeper and pull their toes back. Okay, so we want to be able to stop that as well. And the last way he might defend is he peels this foot off and hops over. Okay, so even if I've got good positioning on the ankle, bin can move forward, which counteracts the pressure. Even if he's not getting up, I can't arch through and actually extend. Okay, so we have an answer for each of them. So to stop bin from getting on his left side, we were talking about holding this leg, and I want to fall on I want to be on my left hip, okay? Once this is all secure and I can get in nice and tight like this, I can use my right foot hooked behind the hip here to help prevent that leg from, bin from getting on that hip as well. But I basically won't let go until I've got good adjustment with my hands, with my left hand here. So I'm going to block that with our positioning there. I'm going to try to stop bin from closing the gap using my right leg as a distance maker. So when bin starts trying to put the boot on, I can use my leg here like this, and I want to block, intercept any sort of grip he's trying to make with that hand, okay? Because if bin gets a good grip on this collar, it's going to be hard for me to adjust and climb the leg, okay? So if I see that hand's coming up and getting the collar, I'm going to be blocking that, and now I'm starting to get my positioning on the ankle, okay? So let's now have a look at one other thing. It's harder to see in the gi, but I'm on my elbow, and stay on your elbow. I want to walk back like a little waddle like this, and I want to try and get bin's, the sole of bin's foot just a little bit in front of my chest like that, okay? So again, we're here. I want to move back a little bit to get that, okay? Essentially what I want is maximum pressure here, bringing your forearm right down to the bottom of the Achilles, not slipping off. And I want to be as close to the toes as possible without actually slipping off as well, because then we've got actual pressure that's going to go through the ankle. We've got good leverage for that. So I need to waddle till my forearm hits right down the bottom of the Achilles here like this. And I like to, if we can get this foot inside like this, when bin goes to put the boot on now, see, he can't kick through because his heel's a little bit in front. I've kind of locked it off with my elbow. So go elbow deep, pretty much from here. So my elbow goes deep. I'm not staying with my forearm here. I'm gonna go a little bit deeper like this, okay? So again, if bin can kick through, okay, he's got the boot on, it's hard for me to collect. So I wanna be moving back like this, getting the foot in front a little bit, making that adjustment, and now I can go down onto essentially onto my shoulder and start to look back. I wanna put my hips into it, pushing forward and arching my back. That's where the power is gonna come from. Try to get your hands as high on your, high up towards your head as possible. If I could touch my chin, I would, but it starts putting more pressure on the leg. Okay, so if you're down here, a lot of the force doesn't actually go through from my bridge. I want nice and high, so as soon as my back starts to arch, it starts to put pressure on the ankle. Okay, I want to imagine you're trying to look back to the far wall over there. So we're here, we do our little waddle. This heel comes in front a little bit, adjust your elbow deep, and then start to fall to your shoulder and look back to get the finish. Let's go through that all again. I'm gonna do our entry to single X. Covered. Then knock him down. I'm gonna fall on that side. Okay. To make sure, just play with this a little bit. So Ben's gonna sort of try to reach. Just get used to like blocking that hand, not letting him grab your collar as you start to walk your arm back. Okay. We're getting good position. My forearm's on the ankle now. I let the heel slip in front a little bit, and I get my elbow deep. Connect my hands nice and high, and I start to fall on my shoulder and arch my back. There we go, guys. 3, 2, 1. Let's just go through that. So we get to here. Actually, I should, just because this is filmed and for YouTube, I should credit Jason Rao actually. Oh really? Yeah, but Jason Rao showed me the foot in front, like the heel in front a little bit, so I should credit him for that. So check him out, Jason Rao, he's very good. Okay, so one thing that Ben might do to defend is he might start to peel this leg off and hop over. Okay, so obviously here, I can't just continue and do the same thing. I have to have something preventing Ben from being able to bring his knee forward. Okay, because now I've got nothing stopping his knee coming forward. I go to apply pressure, his knee comes forward, and even if I'm on my side, I don't apply the pressure. Yeah. So when I lose this foot, this one here, I'm going to try to replace with my right foot on top of the hip here like this. Okay. From here, I'm going to get up on my left knee. So when the person clears the foot, like obviously, if they push your foot off and they don't move, then you just work, just stay where you are. Then you just try to work to get it back and they're not coming forward. But if he pushes it off and starts coming forward, you'll often find you've now got that leg free and you can put your right leg over the top, okay? I'm gonna do the same adjustment, okay? So get that same pressure that I wanted just before. I want this nice and deep, elbow deep, here like this. So there should be good pressure already. I'm gonna go up to my knees like this and flare your knee out so that your hips can arch in to apply the finish. So it's a belly down finish. We're really getting our hips into it, guys. Just teaching this the other day, a lot of people kept that leg back. This is not like, there's no hip pressure here. Yeah, I have to have my knee out where I can actually drive my hips forward and apply good pressure, okay? So when you get up, make sure this leg flares out so your hips can drive into it, like forwards along the mat, and all the pressure there. But again, just like a lot of things, if you mess up, it's probably an issue with your setup rather than your finish, okay? So you never go, when you're doing a foot lock, never have this loose, do all this, okay? Clear the foot, and I never do all this and then start trying to tighten up the foot. It never works like that, okay? It has to be that all this is tight first, even as this is all going, I'm tightening like this, and then I want my body into it to finish, okay? You can't adjust your grip later on. If you put all your might into your foot lock and it's not working, you're not gonna save it by trying to adjust your hands again. You've missed your chance, okay? So you'll have to go back to your setup position, fix your hand positioning, and then go and apply your body weight again. All right, let's try with that. 3, 2, 1.